mod. So this is the Oceancraft mod. And I actually, this was actually, so I made a world just for my mod showcases. And I spawned in the perfect spot. He spawned, like, right over there. Like, right over there on that hill or something, like at the top of that hill. And then, right here, I'm right next to the ocean. Like, it's like it knew that I was going to be doing Oceancraft for my mod showcase. So, anyways, so it's sort of a smallish mod right now. And the things, dang it. And the things that are included, which is what I was going to say. So, there's new food. There's, raw fish now can be obtained without fishing. You just have to kill fish. Fishies, I think it's fishies, because that's what spawning is called. So you just have to get raw fish, and then you can also, I think you can also fish for regular fish, I'm not sure. There's, a food item called water pearl, which is, basically, I'm in creative mode, but if I were in survival mode, it would give me a potion effect that would allow me to breathe underwater for 4 minutes, so I wouldn't lose a single bubble for 4 minutes. Like, staying underwater for 4 minutes, I wouldn't lose a single bubble. And then once the 4 minutes are up, then I still lose the normal bubbles. So it also, right when the 4 minutes is up, it's not like you run out of breath immediately. There's the big raw fish, which you get from whales. If you kill whales, then you get big raw fish. And then if you cook the big raw fish, then you get big cooked fish. Makes sense. Then also there's crabs. There's cooked crab and raw crab. So when you kill crabs, you get raw crab as well as crab legs, I think. And then if you cook the raw crab, you get cooked crab. Then there are also rog stings, which is put in the food groups item, which a rog is basically like a stingray. If that's in the mod, it looks sort of like a stingray. And so, like, it's listed in the food group item, so I'm assuming you can eat it, but I don't know. I don't know if you can eat it or not, but I'm assuming you can because it's in the food group item. Then there's black pearls, which are rare drops from oysters, and right now they really don't do anything. Then there's white pearls, which are normal drops from oysters, which you can use to craft the water pearl, along with 4 seaweed. So 4 seaweed surrounding a water pearl, or a white pearl makes you a water pearl. And so, yeah. Next thing is, so there's some new stuff. So there's coral under the water, which lights up, and sponge also lights up underwater. So there's coral. You put that in the furnace and smelt it to get coral ingots, which you can use to make coral armor, which is basically putting coral ingots in the place for normal armor. Like you can see, I'm wearing full coral armor. And if I switch to survival mode, it'll show you that it has the same like same protection of a full set of iron armor when you have a full set of coral armor on. But the thing that's really awesome about it is that so like diamond armor, like without any enchantments, it lasts like 450. It has a durability of like 400 or 500 something. But coral armor, without any enchantments, it has a durability of like 752, I think, or 762, or 742, something like that. And so diamond armor only has like 500 something for its durability. And iron armor has a lot less than diamond armor, obviously. So I mean, like, coral armor is really, really awesome, especially for how easy it is to get. Like you can see right there, there's a sponge right there where that light is, and then if you look at the other light right there, there's coral. So I mean, the only thing that's hard to get about it is that the only thing that's bad about it is that the only thing that makes it hard to get is that you have to go under the ocean, which means that you might run out of bubbles, like to the bottom of the ocean. But the other thing is that, like, since there's water pearls, you just have to find some seaweed. And if there's some seaweed that's growing, like, sort of close to the coast, then you can just get 4 seaweed. Then you can breathe on the water for 4 minutes and get, like, a whole bunch of coral. So yeah, so compared to how easy it is to get, it's really OP. And there's also the crab tool, which you need crab legs to make this. And you can't eat crab legs for some reason, but you need them to make the crab tool. And I don't really know how to make it, so I'm going to be testing that. I couldn't figure out anywhere how to make it. I just noticed that it was in the inventory, creative inventory, and it also doesn't have a design, so I don't know. So like if it had a design, then I might know, oh, it's a sword, it looks like a sword, so you probably have to craft it like a sword. But and even though it's called the crab tool, it was listed in the weapons item, or weapons inventory, so I think it's probably like you have to craft it like a sword. Then there's shells, which spawn on like any naturally occurring sand. There's red ones and blue ones. Right now they don't really have any purpose, but the other, except for littering your desert, because any naturally occurring sand blocks, so in deserts they'll spawn like crazy, so they'll be just like covered in shells. So yeah, so that's like the only disadvantage to that. And then now the sponge, it's never been able to do anything really. It's just been a block. But now with the piece of sponge, which you find sponge down the water, you can get a piece of sponge when you mine that. Then you take 9 of those and make a sponge block. And so, even though it still doesn't do anything, at least we have a block that... Now we have a legal way of obtaining blocks, like without using cheats. We have a way of getting a block that really doesn't do anything. Except look like sponge or cheese, depending on how you look at it. So yeah, and then there's also there's a new boat, ocean boat, which is better than the regular boat because it can hit like pretty much anything, and it can keep on going. And the boats were retextured to look like ocean boats. Basically, they look like they're made out of steel. And the ocean boats have glass pane in the recipe. So, like, you can see through the bottom of them. And so, also, the regular boats also do that now. But the regular boats still act like regular boats. Like, if you hit them against something, they'll break. And but the ocean boats, they're much faster. Like, they go super, super fast. Well, not super, super fast. I mean, they can go super, super fast if you keep going forward long enough. But they definitely go much faster than normal boats. And you can see through the bottom of them, which I think was supposed to only be for ocean boats, but for some reason boats also got that. They did fix the glitch where the boats and ocean boats, like, they're also in their in the inventory, they would also look exactly the same, so they fixed that, so they look different, but like when you place them down, they both look the same still. So I don't know if that's also a glitch or if that was purposeful. And yeah, boats will still drop oak wood planks and sticks, but ocean boats, they can hit anything and keep on going. So like you don't have to make soul sand or wool or something like that for or slab docks anymore. If you want to use ocean boats, like you can just use ocean boats and then you can just dock them anywhere. The only disadvantage with that is that like you need a lot of iron to make it, and you also need 1 piece of redstone, a stick, and a glass pane to make it. So I mean, mainly the main disadvantage, since iron can be pretty easy to find, the main disadvantage is that you need a piece of redstone to make it, because that can be pretty hard to find if you're first starting out, or like if by the time you might need a boat. So you might not have found redstone yet. So yeah, so I'm gonna show you how to craft that stuff. Oh, I should also show you the other two things. So there's a boat screw, which is pretty much like a rotor, like it spins, and you can see it on the boat engine, like that's that thing that spins around and pushes it forward. That's a boat engine, and you need the boat screw to craft the boat engine. Then you need the boat engine to craft the ocean boat. And it seems like the boat engine, even though it doesn't need redstone to power, it technically is redstone powered because you need a piece of redstone to make it, so it seems like the engine would be redstone powered since it's the only power that they have needed in it. Like, you don't need coal to make it or to make it run, the boat run. So anyways, now I'll be showing you the crafting recipes. I'm also going to test out and see if I can figure out how to make the craft tool, or crab tool. So now do something like that. 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 Okay, I really have no idea how to make it then, because there's the only ways I know how to make it. I made it like a sword, I made it like a shovel, made it like a pick, I made it like a hoe, I made it like an axe, I made it like shears. So I don't know how to make it. Anyways, yes, so in order to make a boat, an ocean boat, you'll need 10 pieces of iron, 1 stick. I just have 2 more sticks from when I crashed on these boats. 2 sticks, or no, 1 stick, 1 glass pane, and 1 piece of redstone. So, there. So now you have your boat screw. Just a stick in the middle, then 3 pieces of iron around it like that. You get a boat screw. Then you put the boat screw down here. Put a piece of redstone right here. And put the iron like that. Get a boat engine. Put the boat engine here. Put a glass pane here. And put 1 iron here, 1 iron here, and 1 iron here. And you get an ocean boat. And as you can see, it has the shape of a boat. Which at first I was confused on, but yeah. So yeah, it's in the shape of a boat, which will help you remember not to put that last piece of iron there. That's what I kept doing accidentally. Even though originally I did have it, so I only made it like that. But for some reason I felt like I was wrong, and so I put the next one, and it turned out I was right originally. So yeah, so that's how you craft an ocean boat. I'll be showing you how that works in a little. So yeah, so also there's, like I was saying before, there's seaweed. That's what it looks like as an item. And there's 2 different kinds of seaweed. I mean, they both drop the same looking seaweed, but they have 2 different looks. Potions. There's potions. Splash potion of night vision, or potion of night vision. Potion of night vision. There it is. There. So there's one type of seaweed right here. It's yeah. It's yeah. That's what it is. It's yeah. Then the other type of seaweed is right there. And it's sort of leafy. because it looks like there's just one stem and then it has leaves. That one's just sort of, yeah. The other one's just sort of, yeah. It seems to me like the yeah one is more common than the leafy one. Because I mean they're both pretty common, but there just seems like there's, at least to me, like from what I've seen, there's a lot more of the yeah ones. So anyways, yeah, so I'm saying yeah a lot. So there's the sponge. You can't really tell right now, but if I didn't have night vision, you could see that it was like lit up the entire area, or a big area around it, like probably like as much as a torch. I think it's bigger than the torch. So, and I don't know if you can place it on land, but if you could, then you could also use it as an alternative to torches. If you just got a whole bunch of it, instead of making it into sponge, which is just a useless block right now. Although hopefully either Mojang or the guy who made this Oceancraft will make it so it's not useless anymore. I'm not seeing any guys out. So anyways, I'm gonna spawn an oyster. So that's what an oyster looks like. It looks what you would think it looks like. It looks sort of like a clam. Or an oyster. That's what you would expect it looks like. And there's the crab, which makes a little pinching noise, like a yeah, it's weird. The oysters die when they're in the water. I feel like that's a glitch, because in real life oysters live in water. Although they sometimes live on land, but they live in moist land, like they live near the water. Oh, and the crab died too. That's weird. Oh, okay, yeah, because I spawned one on land. Then he went into the water, but he swims. He can't really go that deep under the water, is what it seems. Which also seems weird, because in real life, crabs can also live at the bottom of the water. Now there's a whale. As you can see, he's really big. He's like 4 blocks long. And, he has baleen. Dang it. You're not supposed to be moving. Yes, you see that right there, that white thing? That's baleen. Which, like whales, which a lot of whales have, like, this seems like he's based off a blue whale, which blue whales have baleen. So yes, and like there's some whales like the orca and sperm whale that have teeth and not baleen, but most whales have baleen. And there's fishies. There it is. There's fishy right there. He's pretty simple right now. He's just a gray, little white eyes, gray body, tiny tail. And for some reason, they keep swimming into walls and stuff. Or I spawn them on water and then they end up going onto the land. And then dying because they're on land. Now here's the next thing. I'm a bobber. A frog. Oh, there it is. So yeah, as I told you before, he looks like a stingray, like that. And he drops a frog sting. Oh yeah, there's another frog right over there. So yeah, so they're just little like stingrays. I don't know if they will damage you or not. I don't think so. And also whales, they're peaceful. And even if you hit them, they won't attack you. So they're like completely peaceful. Frogs, I don't think they'll hurt you. Although I think that actually if you do attack them, then they'll hurt you, I think, is what it is. I'm not sure though. And so, heck! Other mobs are trying to eat me! Whoops. yeah, and also another thing is that you can't push them. Ocean boats, like, look. See, it's in the exact same spot as when I started. It's kind of hard to see, but like, pretty much you can't push them. Like, if I tried to go into this, see, I didn't push it. I pushed right into it. I went right into it, and it didn't get pushed over. So, like, yeah, so ocean boats will not be pushed into each other, so that's why one of the reasons why they're made for the ocean rather than being a normal boat. What's that? Oh, it was a fish. It looked a lot bigger than a fish, so I was like, what the heck is that? So yeah, so that's most of what is included in the Oceancraft mod. If you figure out how to craft a crab tool, please let me know in the comments and subscribe. If you leave a like if you like this.